It's cooking with Cuisinart. Great recipes from master chefs. Now, one of America's greatest chefs, Hubert Keller from Fleur de Lis in San Francisco and Las Vegas, the Burger Bar in Las Vegas and St. Louis, and Sleek Steakhouse in St. Louis. And now, today's recipe.
Well, I just cooked some boiling potatoes that I just drained right over here. And I will be doing some mashed potato today. The only difficulty with mashed potato is always you cannot make it ahead of time. So the recipe I'm sharing with you today is like a potato gratin. The potatoes are cooked in a gratin dish right over here. And not only you can make the dish ahead of time, but you're gaining by actually having a beautiful onion crust on top of it with some cream cheese. So another winner right there. To start, I'm going to work on the onion topping. So I'm going to remove the feeding tube there. Put my onion right over there and just going to slice it up. Very simple, very easy. Put them in the bowl. And then once I have that, put the bowl right back. I will add some melted butter. Just going to put the melted butter right over the onions. A little bit of salt. And I'm just going to stir those onions with the butter so that they're really nice and mixed evenly, because remember, that will be the topping of those mashed potatoes. So once I have that, also want to put a little bit pepper on it. And I will using the blade now to put it right in here to make the cream cheese mixture. I'm taking the cream cheese right here, just put them into the bowl like that. I'm adding some milk into it, just all over, and one whole egg. So I'm going to put that, I'm going to put that away, and just going to mix that until it's really nice and smooth. There you go. So just a couple on enough to start it, and we transfer that mixture into a bowl right over here. Okay, so once I have that here, then we put a little bit of seasoning in that mixture right here. And I'm going to add a little bit more pepper over it. So once we're on that stage now, of course, I'm going to grate the potatoes right in the bowl. So therefore, I have to change the blade and I insert that grating blade. Here we go. And I'm going to take some of those potatoes out, put them right in here. And you see how smooth and easy by using the machine. Imagine you had to do by hand. It would be like a nightmare right there. So here we go. And I'm just going to finishing up those potatoes. I'm going to put that into the cup. Here we are. All right, and now I'm just going to mix that nicely to make sure that the cream cheese and the egg and the milk, everything get mixed in there. You basically, at that stage, of course, it would be almost ready to be eaten right there with some seasoning, and your mashed potato would be perfect right there. But again, we're just going to bring that whole mashed potato to another level. Okay, so now you see I have my mashed potato and everything is really nice and mixed evenly. That's the dish I will be cooking actually the potatoes in it. So I'm taking a little bit of butter right here, just lower it in a container, and just going to butter the dish on the edges and of course on the bottom. And once we have that, okay, I'm just going to transfer the mashed potato into that bowl. And again, that's something that even up to 1 or 2 hours prior that you're actually serving it, you can do it ahead of time. And you can even do that, the mashed potato, even the day before and let it sit in the refrigerator, and then the next day take it out, let it come to room temperature over like 20 minutes, and then put them in the oven when it's ready to serve. Now I'm just going to make it very smooth. It's also a dish that just by multiplying it, let's say on a holiday or something like that, when you have to cook for a little small army at home, it's a great dish because you can do the entire thing ahead of time. So now, once we have that, I will actually put the onions right on top of it. So let's just put the onions over it. So imagine just some great mashed potatoes on top of it having that beautiful onion flavor. I mean, it can't get better than that. So once I have that, so you see, it's very simple, it's very easy. The dish is ready. So now that it's covered, we're going to put that in the oven at 350 degrees during 25 minutes. Then I'm going to take the cover off and cook it for another half an hour. So here we have the gratin, and see now the steam comes out before I lift up the lid. Look at that. Oh, it smells absolutely great, and it was so easy to do. And you see how those onions actually are caramelizing, and it's almost, when you see the consistency when I push on it, it's almost like a souffle. That's probably the best mashed potato that we've done just here together. See how light and smooth it is and how creamy. So it's a great do-ahead dish, a fabulous mashed potato, and you just gotta try it.